Hello, listeners who listens to me in English language. This is going to be the lecture about Russian usage of some everyday vocabulary, and it is from my, as you see in the picture, the Russian for Beginners large print. The book I created about 20 years ago, so for a college class, for short college class. This book does not have a word of English, it's just Russian. Usually I would, students usually would write in class, when you explain to them. Yeah, so this is a very interesting page. I yesterday took it in a lesson with my private student, and I decided to show it to you. What we see here in the title is предложение. Предложение has two meanings. In this case, the meaning is suggestion. So what we are going to study on this page, this is page 36 from my book, 36. Suggestion to do something, Let's go someplace or let's do it. In Russian, it is a little bit tricky, maybe, because we have completely different words which used every day. Completely different verbs for to go on foot and to go on transportation. When I say in English to go, then it's very general meaning, right? But in Russian we have a different word, different verb for to go on foot, or different to go by transportation, car, or I don't know, bicycle, anything, but it will be different verb. Infinitives are different, and all what we produce from those verbs are different, so you have to know them. Otherwise, you will be confused. You will not understand when you are told something, or you will not be able to express yourself. So this is very important stuff used every day, and I'm going to explain to you very well what's going on here. How do you say if you are with your friend, two of you, with your close friend? How do you say if you with your friends, three of you, or more, four of you? You will say differently, okay? And so the title, предложение, as I said, suggestion. However, let's right away note that предложение has the other very popular meaning, which is sentence. Sentence as in grammar, Phrase compared to a sentence. Phrase is unfinished, just phrase, a few words together. But предложение, the sentence is a finished subject, verb, and so on. Предложение. So in this one, this meaning is from the verb предлагать. Предлагать что-то. Предлагать is to suggest, to offer. Предлагать. Предложение. In parentheses, after the title, we have что-то. You see it's written ch, but we need to pronounce sh, and you have to remember this. We don't have many incidents where we pronounce differently from what we see written with Russian alphabet. However, a few we have, and they're very popular, and we have to remember them. This is one of them. If you say что-то with ch, and in Russian we have very clear, I work with Spanish students and different languages students, and for Spanish, for example, they do not have sound sh, They say Washington because they don't have sh. In Russian, we have very clear sh. In English, we have sh. Washington. And so, again, if you see and you say что-то, you are going to have a horrible pronunciation, like I know in English. I already told you many times that when I speak, when I explain Russian, my English kind of sometimes failing because close to Russian. Yes, что-то. So we pronounce just что. Что-то. Remember, this is everyday used many times word. Что, what, and we need it. Что-то. Что-то. Что is stressed, so we pronounce O. The little particle with dash. To is not stressed, but this is one word. Что-то. Something. Something. The meaning is something. That's why we pronounce что-то. Yes, because it's not stressed. То is not stressed. Что-то. Делать вместе. Делать. To do. As in English we start with D. In Russian we start D. Делать. And de is very, very soft. Yes, my student of 12 or 13 years has the most excellent pronunciation in Russian, but sometimes he forgets this softness and I correct him right away. If you say делать, de, it's completely, we have different softness in the language. So this one is very, very de, soft, which we don't have in English. Что-то делать вместе. Что-то делать вместе. Предложение что-то делать вместе. The suggestion to do something together. Let's do it. Let's go. That's this kind of things. But in Russian, it's a little bit kind of, we have to understand. Number one, we have пойдем. Пойдем. As you see, we have vowel yo. It is always stressed. It's a rule. It's a pity we don't show it. Many times we don't show it. In majority of times we don't show it in writing. That's why you have to know if you see this word without two dots on the top of ye, which makes it yo, then you still have to pronounce пойдем, because пойдем does not exist. So Russian people know all of this. Yes, without these dots we know what to pronounce. So please remember пойдем. Extremely popular, let's go. Let's go. However, in English, when I say let's go, maybe I have garage opened right now and we are going to go in with a car or just a general. So in English, it's very, very general. In Russian, пойдем, it's on foot. Пойдем, you have to at least 2 steps. Even if you go to garage, пойдем means let's move out of here where we are standing right now with our feet. Пойдем. And look at the infinitive, идти. Blue color, infinitive number 1, идти. It's a general infinitive. Идти is to go on foot, on foot. Идти. You have d, you have t. Идти, 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 идти. Yeah, in old Russian we used to write, so when you read literature you may find идти, double t, instead of dt, also correct, okay? Идти. So if you write, no big deal, but it's old, would be old form. So newer is, and correct one is идти, идти. Yeah, they almost like kind of go together, идти, d, t. So the second one I'm showing here, blue color, is пойти. This is exactly пойдем. So what's the difference? Идти is very general, to go on foot, okay? Идти. Using your feet, your legs, feet. Пойти, we have here prefix по, which is like with a purpose. So let's remember purpose in English with P. So when you see prefix по, it will be purposeful, going someplace. Пойти в магазин, to go to the store. Пойти в магазин will be purposeful, going on foot. You cannot пойти на машине, in the car. You just cannot. So пойти. So the difference between them is пойти is like completed action. So this will be perfective form. Everything what prefixed is perfective. What is not prefixed is imperfective. Imperfective, I will remind you, is a continuous action. I'm writing right now. Continuous action. Perfective, it is what in English is expressed with perfect tenses, which we don't have in Russian. In Russian, we have prefixes for that. Yes, so пойдем. Пойдем, you can say to one person who is right now near you. You can say it to a group of people who are with you right now. Пойдем is a very general, not meaning concrete, one person or two people, or пойдем, let's go, on foot. Number 2, поедем. The stress is in the middle. We have 2 vowels ye here, both of them ye, поедем. The middle one is stressed, so we clearly, this has 3 syllables because we have 3 vowels, o, ye. We need to have 3 clear syllables. Поедем. Very soft dem. Поедем. I know it will be difficult for English speakers who don't have enough practice with pronunciation. But try. Поедем. Поедем is let's go by car. If you are near the horse, will be horse. If you are both standing and already ready to jump on your bicycle and go, will be on the bicycle. Anything, any kind of I call transportation, horse, will be поедем. Again, it can be to one person, it can be to many people. It's very, very general. Поедем. Let's go. Transportation. And in number 2 line, we see the origin, infinitive, ехать. Ехать is infinitive. And again, perfective form, поехать. Again, meaningful with purpose, поехать. Поехать в библиотеку. To go specifically to library and then come back, it will be поехать. But ехать will be very, very general. And of course, this will be surrounded by different contexts, the first general form or the second purposeful form, perfective form. Let's go to line number 3. And here starts something interesting, what I promised you in the explanation. So at first we are going to pronounce without the first verb, without those in parentheses 2 letters. Yes, and we are going to pronounce Давай зайдём к ним в гости. Давай, I am ignoring now this in parentheses because it's a completely different thing it's going to be. Давай, the first word, the second word in number 3, зайдём. Зайдём, stop by, to visit somebody, зайти в гости in Russian language is expression. To stop by, to be as a guest. That's why we have the word guest here. В гости means to become for the moment, or for a long time, I don't know, somebody's guest. So гость in Russian, гость in English is guest. Remember, easy to remember, yes? Гость. Гость singular will be with soft sign, гость. So this is expression зайти в гости. Also we can take from the first line the blue one, пойти в гости, very, very popular, пойти в гости. Meaningful trip to visit somebody, пойти к кому-то в гости, yes? И зайти в гости sounds like it's a different prefix we have here, за. Зайти, it's like, seems like right now, зайти. It's like closer in time to us. Then пойти is like more general to visit somebody. Yes, пойти кому-то в гости, зайти. Very, very fine, very fine difference which will be seen in the context. If you work with Russian and you are in many contexts, you will remember that. It's not difficult, it just needs practice, as everything, yes? Давай зайдём. Let's stop by at them. Let's visit them. Зайдём к ним в гости, together visit them. Yes? Зайти в гости, one more time, is the expression. К ним, we know who we are going to visit. Not a woman, not a man, somebody who is they. So there will be plural. К ним, to them. Again, in English we have M in the ending, and this is a hint for you, Russian, к ним. To them in Russian is к ним. Actually, it's dative case because preposition к, to, when we go к кому, к чему, to what, we are moving to the object, will be к чему, to what, will be к кому, dative case questions, to whom, will be dative case always, preposition к, okay? So, Давай зайдем к ним в гости. Let's visit them. If you are with your friend, now, two of you, and you speak to your friend ты. For example, my friend, whom I know for many years, this will be ridiculous for me to call my friend вы. It's completely not correct, completely wrong, completely mistake, inappropriate, and so on and so forth, okay? So вы, only polite, only formal, вы. So to your close friend, you say always ты, as in Spanish, tú, so in Russian is ты. So this one, давай зайдем, you are speaking to one friend who is right now with you, with whom you are in ты relationship, yes, close friend. Давай зайдем. Now, how about if you have two close friends now? Not one, but two, and both of them close friends, one, a woman, one a man, and a couple. Now, in this case, давай зайдем, it doesn't sound good, it doesn't sound correct anymore, because давай only when you speak to one person near you. But when you have two people near you, you will have to make this давай plural, давайте. And this already will be reflected if you take Russian conjugation. Present tense, те will be здравствуйте, the first word you learn when you start studying Russian. The first word, what do you learn? Здрасте, здравствуйте, meaning good afternoon, good evening, any time of day, morning, здравствуйте, Russian general greeting, okay? Здравствуйте. So you know this те particle long ago. So here it means plural. Давайте. So when you start your suggestion with давай, this is for one person who stands near you right now. When you say давайте, this is for two or more people, okay? Давайте. Давайте зайдем. And in English, number 3 is let's visit them. Let's visit them. Давайте зайдем. Again, зайдем, if for a Russian person will not be written these two dots, everybody will know to pronounce зайдем. There is no other way. Any child who can read, they will pronounce correctly, зайдем. You have to remember, because like I say, we don't show these dots. I show dots because I'm here in the textbook. I show, what I want, I show here. Yes, зайдем. So please remember, зайдем, missing two dots, you still have to pronounce зайдем. And this is, let's visit them, okay? The word means let's visit them. Зайдем. By itself, the verb зайдем, look at in line 3, infinitive, dark green color, зайти. Again, you see it's relative with blue color, number 1 line, идти. However, it has prefix за, and in the middle some change there, зайти. So зайти is to stop by at somebody, seems like right now, зайти is like fast action, completed action, зайти, infinitive. So if you use this зайдем without the first verb давай, which is motivational word, let's, come on, let's, this is давай, which is originated from дать, давать, from the verb to give, has nothing to do here. This is motivational. Давай, when you want somebody to hurry, you say давай, быстро, want somebody to hurry, to push them. So here it has no meaning of giving, not at all. So one more time, let's go back to the second word in the line number 3, зайдем. If you have it separately and you start your sentence, зайдем, мы зайдем к ним, we will visit them. It is a future form. So you cannot just say зайдем. Well, occasionally, if you understand where, context, you can, but actually this is the correct phrase, давай зайдем, meaning that you are suggesting right now. Yes, you are suggesting right now. Давайте зайдем к ним в гости. If you are with two friends more, давайте зайдем к ним в гости. So, one more time. Давай к ним в гости also exists, but it has to be very, very understandable context. Or зайдем к ним в гости also exists, but it's better when you want to give your invitation, give this complete phrase and understand it, how it's built. So you could build on it other different phrases with your proposition, with your suggestion, with your offer, okay? Number 4 line. Давай заедем к ней. What's going on here? So давай without te, meaning that I'm speaking to one person who is near me, because давай, like all of us right now, 3 people, is not doesn't sound correct, okay? So this is just 2 of you, and you say давай заедем к ней. This sounds like idea just came to your mind, and you say давай заедем к ней. Давай. So you see, this is for 2 of you. You're suggesting it to your friend. Давай заедем. Again, this is a future form, which is here used together with давай, and this way it makes your suggestion right now. Давай заедем. Let's look at the infinitive here in line 4. Заехать. Ехать we have in line number 2. Поехать. To go with purpose. Заехать seems like stop by at some place, you know. Заехать в библиотеку, to stop by at a library, you know, drop your books or something, or pick up something like that. So both of them are very popular, yes. And заедем is stop by at her. Let's visit her in English. Again, let's visit her. Давай заедем к ней. However, you know that number 3, зайдем, is on foot, because it's зайти, идти, this verb on foot. Зайдем, you cannot say number 3 with the car. No. Maybe I forgot to mention it, sorry. But number 4 is заедем, from the verb ехать. Ехать is by transportation. Заедем. If you are on the horses right now, yes, and you are visiting, you know, another ranch, so you will be on horses. That's what you say. Давай заедем, because you are on horses right now, right? Sitting. Давай, and you are 2, by the way, two horses. You and the other person, yes, давай. Because 3 horses, 3 friends will be already давайте will be. Okay, so давай заедем, the origin заехать, to stop by at somebody when you are on some kind of transportation, bicycle, horse, anything. К ней. Let's look at к ней. Она. This is from she. Она. But к ней is dative case. This is personal pronoun she to her. К ней. So somewhere where we have a declension of personal Russian pronouns, they are kind of a little bit different. We need to study them, okay? So к ней, well, you remember just a phrase. Maybe you often go to some girl and к ней, you know, to her. You will just remember it as a phrase. Давай заедем к ней. Заедем has the middle stress again. 3, make sure you pronounce 3 syllables. Заедем. За is a separate prefix. You have to pronounce it complete. Заедем. Давай заедем к ней. Let's stop by at her place. Number 5 line. Давай пообедаем в ресторане. Let's see what's going on here. In the давай, we already understand we are talking to one person who is near you right now. All of other examples. Yeah, I just showed you number 3 one time. What is will be plural, like 3 people or 4 together more. But other examples from 4 to 8, we have 2 people. So number 5, давай пообедаем. What we see here is to or. Let's look at the infinitive here in line number 5. Пообедать. What you see underlined pink color infinitive, magenta color, bright pink, and what I underlined with orange thick line, обед. Let's repeat обед. Обед is in Russian is lunch. I already explained somewhere in other lectures that it can be dinner, but it has to be context of like past century or, you know, special context has to be. But regularly lunch is обед. Давай пообедаем. Let's have lunch in the restaurant. So as we see here, обед is lunch. We see it's infinitive because it finishes with t. And we see prefix po. Russian prefixes can, if they are separated and they are in front of nouns, they will serve as prepositions. They will be the same about semantics. They will preserve their semantics many times. So it is a separate thing, po. Because обедать is just to have lunch. If you remove that prefix po, you have обедать, to have lunch, обедать. Пообедать. So make sure you pronounce this a 2 times. Why a and not o? Because it's the main rule of the Russian pronunciation. If o is non-vocally stressed position, non-stressed vocally, we pronounce it a. Don't make any o like, o like. No, it's clear a sound. My student yesterday tried to say kind of like like o, and I said no, it's just a. And then he repeated just perfectly the second time. Пообедать, it's clear a sound. Just put little letter a if you are in writing, for example, to remind yourself that обедать, because the stress here is обедать, пообедать. Давай пообедаем. How many syllables we have here, students, listeners? Пообедаем. 5 syllables. 5 syllables, 5 vowels. We have to clearly pronounce them all. We cannot swallow this double O, make it one. It will not work. Пообедаем. Давай пообедаем. Пообедаем. В ресторане. В ресторане. Где? Where? In the restaurant. Very easy. В is preposition. In. So no surprises here. Prepositional case is very easy. For all 3 genders of Russian noun, it has ending «е». Ресторан is not exception. So в ресторане is in the restaurant. Давай пообедаем в ресторане. Number 6 line. Давай позавтракаем. Again, in number 6 line, let's look. Again, this is 2 people. So you are making this suggestion to a second person who are near you. If 2 people near you and you want to have breakfast with them, 2 friends, you will say давайте. Okay, that will be давайте. Number 3 example, давайте. So remember, number 3 will be 3 people together will be давайте already. We have to change it for plural. But otherwise, 2 people давай. So number 6, давай позавтракаем. In the infinitive, again, we see with orange color, thick line, underlined завтрак. Let's repeat a few times. Завтрак. I pronounce English, Russian. Завтрак, завтрак. So T is the voiceless variant of the coupled consonants D, T. Dental consonants D, T. Voiceless. D is voiced. D, voiced. Dom, house. Dom, voiced. T, tom, voiceless. So, because it is voiceless, T, we can call it quiet for easy understanding. Quiet, yes. T. That's why V, what is in front of this V, like Victor. We make it also voiceless. Otherwise, it will not work in pronunciation. In our articulation, in our muscles, only voiced together with voiced will go, voiceless together with voiceless. This is how our muscles and gums and teeth and tongue will work in our mouth when we are speaking. Okay, so that's why we have to adjust this V, which is voiced, and F is voiceless pair of V, F. We have to say F, завтракать. Then you will not have problem to pronounce it. Easy, завтракать. So again, for those who are writing, making written notes, put on the top of V, put F. Especially this V, you can put it, I say in Russian, put it. You can confuse, you can mix with English B. So that's why, of course, put f Russian. You know, this looks like Greek letter. In Greek, they have a f. Put that on the top so you remember how to pronounce. Позавтракать, позавтракать. To go and have breakfast. So this is a finished action, perfective action. Позавтракать. Завтракать does not have end. Okay, завтракать is to have breakfast every day, but in the same place will be завтракать. No prefixes. Prefix gives you perfective form. Okay, позавтракать is purposeful action right now. Давай позавтракаем. Давай позавтракаем. Again, позавтракаем is a future form. If you use just only позавтракаем, it doesn't make much sense. It has to be surrounded by other words. Like you can say, for example, this future form позавтракаем, you can say завтра давай позавтракаем вот здесь. Или завтра мы позавтракаем раньше. Tomorrow we will have breakfast earlier. Okay? Tomorrow we will have breakfast. Завтра позавтракаем пораньше. Yes, so давай позавтракаем, let's have breakfast. This is your suggestion to a person who is near you right now, informal, who is your friend, with whom you're informal. If near you is a formal acquaintance, formal person, you will say to him, давайте позавтракаем. So that plural, which is in line number 3, we also are going to use to one person with whom you are on вы terms. You, polite, which exists in Spanish, in French, in German. All those languages have вы. Polite. In English lived out of that. They have only one you. So this was line number 6. Please write any questions. I love questions in comments if you have them. Now, numbers, because when teacher explains, maybe I forget something important, which is like obvious question would be for student, but for teacher not so much. And we are moving in line to line 7, and we have here давай перекусим. The stress will be ку, на ку in the middle. Давай перекусим. Again, to one person, you say this, давай перекусим. Let's look at the infinitive, перекусить. Now, this перекусить, I'm showing you here on the right in the dark blue frame кусать, which has no actually close relation semantical to this перекусить. They are different things. Кусать will be to bite, B-I-T-E, to bite. Собака кусается. We have, reflexive, кусается. Generally, this dog bites, So кусается, reflexive Russian с, English third person с, кусается, bites. Собака кусается. Now, if with a person I want to use this verb кусать, will be just to bite, Укусить яблоко. Again, I will need to use different prefixes. Укусить яблоко, to try to bite into the apple. Откусить, to bite a piece of the apple, of, double F, okay, of the apple will be откусить. And перекусить, we have one more here. Look at my lectures, I have prefixes, interesting different lectures. So кусать will be just bite, okay. In the second word is noun. Закуска. Закуска is a snack in the context with alcoholic drinks will be закуска. I told in many lectures what they show usually on TV that Russians drink vodka with glasses without snack, without food. It's wrong. It's very wrong. Без закуски, we have such phrase, без закуски, without snack. And our snack can be just full, big food, Russians, we put a lot on the table. So, закуска is a snack with alcohol. Context will be закуска is to eat with alcohol. But otherwise, usually it has such meaning, закуска. However, if I create here infinitive, закусывать, Yes, by the way, закусывать will be exactly with alcohol. Закусывать, if you create infinitive here. So this is meaning, second meaning here. And let's look at the pink color infinitive. Перекусить. So перекусить will have a couple meanings, but this meaning is перекусить, let's have light snack. Snack. Yeah, let's have a snack. Перекусить. Давай перекусим. Yes, the second meaning перекусить will be if you have this tool in your hands, metal tool, which looks like scissors, something like scissors, and you need to cut the wire. I forgot the name of this tool at the moment. Like scissors, but more serious, like for cutting wire, okay? So that one will be перекусить проволоку. This will be like to bite into and to separate into parts the wire, okay, the piece of wire, проволоку, wire, перекусить. But, so this will be different meaning. But here, давай перекусим, we are not talking about any wires, any scissors, anything. We are talking about food. Давай перекусим. Let's eat a little bit because, a little bit. Давай перекусим. I just showed you with blue color that it does not have such infinitive which goes to this semantics. Let's have light snack. But instead, infinitive, I have to show you bite. Infinitive, different, yes. Or закуска, snack. I don't have infinitive here. It has to be prefixed, you see. Yeah. Number 8, we have давай слегка перекусим. So it's the same thing, number 8, only I show you here a very nice, beautiful adverb, слегка. Interesting pronunciation. So слегка, adverb is relative of легкий, of adjective легкий. Легкая, feminine, легкое облачко, light cloud in the skies, легкое, and so легкие, упражнения, we have 4 endings in adjective. So this one is no other endings, always the same. Remember, слегка is adverb. It has non-changeable form. Only you have to remember the pronunciation. Like I told you in the beginning of the lecture, sometimes we have to read not exactly what we see written, and this is one of the cases. So we say слегка, because if you pronounce g, k together, they are actually the couple of those paired consonants. G, voiced, k, not voiced. If you pronounce them, you see they are in exactly the same place of your mouth when you pronounce them created. G and k. Okay? But one is voiced, one is... So here they are together. They are absolutely not convenient to pronounce. They are completely 2 different sounds. And so if you literally pronounce like this, слегка, no, гк, at first you will have problem to pronounce that. And secondly, they will not understand you. So please remember that on the top of G, this like G looks like 2 hang people. On the top, let's put a little cross, which is Russian H, and this is how we pronounce it. Слегка. Слегка. Go with H, like house. H. This is Russian little cross. Слегка. And it's beautiful pronunciation, and you can remember this word forever and use it wherever you want. You want something lightly, to do anything lightly. Слегка. Слегка. Слегка поработали, слегка поели, слегка отдохнули. You can use it with different activities. You can say a little bit we worked, a little bit we rested, a little bit we, whatever. You did a little bit. Слегка. Convenient. Давай слегка перекусим. Let's have a light snack. Let's snack lightly, something слегка. In parentheses, I give you something interesting too. Что-то. We already have it under our title here. We have что-то, something. This is also starts with что-то. However, it's different meaning from what we have under the title. Under the title, we had something, to do together, что-то делать вместе. But here is the complete sentence. Что-то я проголодался. At first we will take the first verb and imagine I put period there because this is complete sentence for a man. If you are a man, you will say что-то я проголодался. Что-то, it looks like, it's like, instead of saying я проголодался, I got hungry. Right now I'm hungry. I got hungry. You can say я голодный. Я абсолютно голодный. You can make it strong. But this one проголодался, it's kind of light version of suggestion that you wouldn't mind to eat something. Yes. So this what gives you this что-то, kind of light introduction. Что-то я, it has nothing to do with something. No something here, absolutely not. Что-то я проголодался. I can use it in another context, like что-то тут не то. Something is wrong here. This что-то is actually not like something. Что-то я вижу, у тебя плохое настроение. I see, by the way, so it will be translating different ways in different contexts. Yes? Что-то. So something is not, this что-то is not something here. Что-то я проголодался. And rather, I think I'm a little bit hungry, like this. I think I'm a little bit hungry. Проголодался. So проголодал, L, shows you it's past tense, always. Suffix past tense is L for all genders. And this is a man. Reflexive, ся, проголодался. You pronounce everything what you see it. Проголодался. We have 3 letters, vowels O here. All of them not stressed. All of them you are going to pronounce A. Проголодался. All of them A. So if you are in writing, put on the top reminder A. Проголодался. This way you will not have accent, and if you're hungry, they will feed you right away. If you came to somebody. Проголодался. And the second one is for a woman. Проголодалась. After all past suffix, we have A for female. Проголодалась. And S will be more appropriate for reflexive for a woman, okay, for feminine. Проголодалась. Что-то я проголодалась. If you are a woman, this is what you say. Я проголодалась. Also, you can very successfully remove this что-то if you don't want it, and you can say я проголодалась. You can use слегка, sounds beautifully. Я слегка проголодалась. I'm a little bit hungry. To be polite, maybe it's not very, you find it not very polite to say I'm hungry. So you can always say я слегка проголодалась. I'm a little bit hungry right now. Проголодалась, all of them, all this O you will pronounce like A. And the stress will be да, проголодалась. Я проголодался, я проголодалась. I will pronounce all these 8 phrases one more time. And thank you for listening to me. Number 1. Пойдем, пойдем. Let's go, very general. Поедем, поедем. Let's go, by transportation, very general. Давайте зайдем к ним в гости. Let's go visit them. Let's visit them. Давайте, when you speak to 2 other people near you, or to 3 more than one near you. Давайте зайдем к ней в гости. Number 4. Давай заедем к ней. Let's stop by at her. And you are right now already on some kind of transportation. It can be bicycle or car or horse, anything, but not on foot. Давай заедем к ней. And you are 2 people. Number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are only for 2 people. You are speaking to the second person who is your close friend. Formal will be number 3. Давайте for formal. And for plural and for formal. Number 5. Давай пообедаем в ресторане. Давай пообедаем. You can finish right there. Давай пообедаем. Let's have lunch. That's it. Давай пообедаем. Let's have lunch. Nice phrase. Пообедаем в ресторане. В ресторане. In the restaurant. Number 6. Давай позавтракаем. Давай позавтракаем. Let's have breakfast. Number 7. Давай перекусим. Let's have a snack. Давай перекусим. Let's eat a little bit. Давай перекусим. Number 8. Давай слегка перекусим. Давай слегка перекусим. Что-то я проголодался. A man. Что-то я проголодался. A woman. Что-то я проголодалась. Thank you very much. I hope it was somewhat interesting for some of you at least. Thank you very much. I will hear you. You will hear me in the next lecture. It was Zoya Eliseva. And today is August 20th, 2025. By the way, this is the day of my father's death. Many years ago, my father died of mortal disease when I was 9 months old. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll talk to you later.